From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine. Statistics Canada says the Canadian economy contracted last quarter as exports plummeted in the face of U.S. tariffs.
GDP declined 1.6% on an annualized basis in the second quarter, slowing from growth of 2% in the first quarter. Exports were down 7.5%, while business investment in machinery and equipment also fell. Economists expected a sharp slowing in growth last quarter as businesses seemed to rush orders early in the year to get ahead of U.S. tariffs. That boosted activity in the first quarter and cooled the economy off in the second. Michelle Zedekian, The Canadian Press.
Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre wants the use of force to be presumed to be reasonable in defending your home if someone breaks into it. Poilievre called for a change to the criminal code during a press conference in Brampton, Ontario.
Your home is your castle, and you have the right to defend your family in your home. And right now, unfortunately, that is not the case.
He says if the government doesn't do this, his party will introduce a private member's bill to change the criminal code this fall. Prime Minister Mark Carney's Major Projects Office is opening in Calgary today and will be run by the former head of Trans Mountain Corporation, Don Farrell. Heather Exner-Perot, an expert with the Macdonald-Laurier Institute think tank, says it's a sign that the Carney Liberals acknowledge the important role the oil and gas sector can play in the growing economy.
I think we think about the stallion of the economy, which is oil and gas, and that the low-hanging fruit in diversifying trade, attracting investment, and increasing our GDP and our productivity is with the oil and gas sector. There's a lot of other sectors that need to contribute to that and can contribute to that, but there's no question the oil and gas sector can do that the most easily.
But First Nations and environmental organizations are slamming the new Major Federal Projects Office, saying it allows the federal government to sidestep its duty to consult and cooperate with Indigenous peoples. Hudson's Bay landlords are back in court today. They're arguing that BC billionaire Ruby Liu doesn't have the cash needed to launch a new retailer. She wants to buy 25 more leases for about $69 million from the Bay to open a new department store named after herself and intends to spend $400 million to make that happen. But a lawyer for one of the landlords says that money is non-existent. And pop star Sabrina Carpenter released her new album, Man's Best Friend, at midnight, her second in 2 years. She also released a new music video featuring one of the album's songs, Tears, which features actor Coleman Domingo. In an Instagram post, the singer said that Man's Best Friend is a true celebration of broken hearts and a celebration of disappointment. Last August, Carpenter released her album Short and Sweet, which features the mega popular track Espresso. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays are going to battle with the Milwaukee Brewers tonight. The Jays are coming off a series win over the Minnesota Twins and sit 3.5 games up on the Boston Red Sox in the AL East. Shane Bieber will get the start on the mound for the Jays. Canadian tennis star Leylah Fernandez is the lone Canadian in action today at the U.S. Open, taking on top-ranked Aryna Sabalenka in the third round women's singles. And Toronto FC and CF Montreal face off tomorrow at BMO Field. It will be their first meeting since TFC won 6-1 in May at Saputo Stadium. Montreal defender Dante Sealy says his team has not forgotten that loss.
We've gained a Pro Bowl player in an area that we had big concerns in on the inside of our defense.
Depending on tomorrow's result and the outcome of the New York Red Bulls game against Columbus, both TFC and Montreal could be eliminated from playoff contention. From the Canadian Press, I'm David Augustine.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.